How to design a product that people want. Hi, Patrick here from Founder Revenue Academy. This episode is part of our proposition series and is episode number 1. So let's get started. I see this as having 5 areas to consider. So all of the stages are interconnected, but I'm introducing them in an order I believe you should consider designing your product. So this works for both B2B and B2C. So first up is the problem you're solving. So being able to clearly identify the problem and validate that problem makes the solution considerably easier. So it's worthwhile spending time, probably a lot more time than you think, on crystallizing your understanding of the problem you're trying to solve. You're then designing a product to solve this one problem for this one niche of people and sticking true to that particular niche and being hyper vigilant on just solving that problem for that amount of people. It's going to make a massive amount of difference. So secondly, are knowing the alternatives. So in most markets, if not all of them, there will be alternatives that businesses, consumers can consider alongside yours. So for example, if you build a productivity platform that helps get time back on people's calendars, ask yourselves, who else is doing this? Are they strong in certain areas? Are they weak in others? So what other solutions currently solve this problem that you're seeking to disrupt? This analysis of alternatives really helps avoiding building what already exists. Thirdly is sell before you build. This sounds a bit strange, but sort of bear with. There are a number of approaches to this, but the simplest is to reach out to those in your ICP, to show them some drawings or mock-ups on your computer of what the product would potentially look like and hear their feedback about it and whether it will solve a problem for them. So keep the presentation really simple, so maybe using Figma or something like that, but make sure to listen to what they're saying because you can elicit that real-time feedback really quite nicely. These can be people from your network for sure, but it's important to try and get a cross-section of those that you know and also those that you don't. So if the answer is yes, that they want the product, they have said pain point, then tell them you're going to build it as long as you can prove there's a market for it. So ask them to pay you something like maybe 10% of the value you think it could bring to their business. So the amount isn't so important. What's more important is getting real people to pay you something which validates someone will obviously part with money, not just with nice platitudes. And then also that there is a potential profitable venture to be had. Then build your MVP, your minimum viable product, and then get it out into the marketplace. So many founders have been guilty of tinkering for months on their product. There is a famous quote by Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, which really resonates with some entrepreneurs, which is, if you're not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you've launched too late. So getting real-time feedback and reacting to what the market's telling you rather than what you think the market wants allows you to pivot in the right direction if you need to. So finally, perfection is the enemy of progress. You won't get it right first time, and this is why taking a formulaic approach is best. So you develop the hypothesis, you test it, you gather results, you iterate, and then you go again. So it's much easier to edit than it is create. So get the MVP shipped, listen to feedback, and update until you get it right. The market is an unforgiving and sort of emotionless place, and it's where the best feedback comes. So use this to your advantage. So that wraps up today's video. Remember, we create these videos a lot to help our founders and run these mini-series on all the key pillars of scaling B2B tech startups. So if you haven't seen the other videos in this proposition series or the other series at all, please check them out. And also don't forget to join our community. So the link below where you'll see all this content and get to interact with many like-minded founders as well. I'll see you in there.